Hi everybody, welcome to Paper Wishes Weekly Webisodes. I'm Lene Gehrig, and today from our friends at Hunkydory Crafts, I have the Trim Me foiled insert pad for Christmas, and it is both the gold and the silver versions. And these are typically meant to cut down. They have a little grid on the back of them, makes them easy for trimming, and they would go on the inside of your cards. However, I have lots of ideas on how to use these in different ways, so I have lots to show you. This is our giveaway card for this episode, so if you stick around, you'll learn how one lucky viewer can win this card to keep or share with a friend. So come play with us. All right, let's take a look at the gold version. You're getting 7 sentiments, different sentiments. You're getting 6 of each, okay? So this is great for mass producing your Christmas and winter greetings. So there's the gold, beautiful foiling. And then you guys, on the back, it's got this sort of a grid pattern with all the little measurements on it. So say, for example, you're making a 5 by 6.5 inch card and you want to trim this down to just be a slightly smaller, so be like 4 by 6. You would just do the 4-inch mark right here and then the 6-inch mark right here, and they would be perfectly proportioned to go on the inside of your card. You don't have to keep cutting it down to try to make it fit. Very, very handy, and just makes your card making even more quick. So here's one that's Happy Christmas, Winter Wishes. These are all gold. Oh, Wintertime Wishes. Oops. Wishing you a very Merry Christmas. 'Tis the season to be jolly. It's the most wonderful time of the year. Oops, come on. And Christmas blessings, one and all. Make sure I got them. Oh, I think I have one more in here. Nope, that must be 6. Okay. Now that's the gold, and then the silver version I'm not going to go all the way through because it's the exact same words just in silver. Beautiful silver foiling. So let me show you really quickly what I mean by using the grid. So you could use a pair of scissors, you could use a paper trimmer. And on the back, so if you're using a 6 by 6 card, for example, and you wanted to cut this down to 5 by 5, so you had a little bit of a border around the inside of your card. Start from the top. So I'm just going to cut this on the 5 by 5. Let's see. Go lines. Makes it very easy to do. Because when you, boy, my blade is getting caught. There we go. I think it's time for a new blade. Anyway, when you are trimming things down and you're trying to keep your greeting in the center, okay, it can be a little tricky. You have to like measure how far you're cutting down. Now, if I wanted to go ahead and cut this to 5 by 5 square, I would just do my 5-inch right here. But what if you want to have your greeting at the top or the bottom, in which case you could just leave it here and you could do, let's say, 5 by 7. And that way it would leave you, boy, really struggling with this trimmer. It would leave you space down below to do a little signature or write a little note on there. So everything is kept centered. So that is the general idea or the purpose of the Trim Me with that on the back. So not only are you getting the beautiful foiling, you're getting that as well. But let's take a look at this card. This is a little 5 by 5. Right, and it's very sparkly, and I used frosted flowers, 12 by 12 pattern cardstock, and then on the inside I did use the solid as well. And then I used a little white jewel border dazzle sticker along the top and the bottom, some little white snowflakes dazzle stickers, and then these are little coconut, just clear little rhinestone gems that I glued around. And then if you look at the flowers here, they are frosty, and that's because I added a little wink of Stella, okay, which is just a clear liquid, and then you just brush this on. Now, when you purchase this from paperwishes.com, it comes with this little black band that is between this portion and this portion. and you have to unscrew this top part and remove this band. We get this question pretty often. We're like, it's not working. And that is to keep it from drying out before you're ready to use it. So there's a little tutorial for you there. Anyway, you can just squeeze this part of it down here where all the liquid is, and then it just loads the brush, which is so handy. And then you can just add little bits of shimmer to anything. And I love using this during the holidays. It's so shimmery and beautiful. And then this is the little cutout tag from the cutout page. I added that. And then on the inside, a little cutout border at the top. And then I just trimmed this down a little bit, added my little solid cardstock and some more of those sweet little silver and white snowflake dazzles. Of course, I use the silver set of the Trim Me, and I think that just works really nicely with this card. Okay, let's see what else we have. So here's the card I showed you in the opening. It is our giveaway card. So I'm going to tell you about it first, and then I'll tell you about the opening. Tell you about the giveaway, rather. So it stands up like this. Okay, it has this little piece right here that keeps it opened. And this is our circle stand-up card cutting die. Okay, this is a new one for us. And for the papers and everything, I used our Christmas Cardinals 12 by 12 pattern cardstock. And then for the base of this, okay, I used the blue. And what is really nice about this cutting die set, I'm going to show you some little pieces in here too. And it also comes with all of these little, it says like friends, so you can do happy birthday friend or just use the friend, balloons, all these little pieces. But the pieces we're going to be using are the base. Here's the base part. And then here's the little part that keeps it, the little stand right there. This is the part that you use to cut out. So if you're using your little Trim Me, you just put this piece over that and then run it through your die cutting machine. And then this piece will get, that's what it's going to look like. You take this piece and die cut it from fantastic. This is like the red glitter cardstock that doesn't shed. It's so nice. It's so beautiful. And yeah, I die cut the little frame from that piece. And then you're just going to take this piece and you're going to glue the little Trim Me piece right to the back of that. And then on the back side, I did the same thing. But I didn't do glitter on the back one, just sort of to save that special glitter. I just used regular red cardstock from the paper pack on this one. So you would do the exact same thing, cut another one of these, cut another frame, and then you just glue them back to back. However, when you're gluing them, you want to leave them open, just glue them at the top. And then once you have cut this part, okay, from the blue cardstock, then I also cut another one from the patterned paper, okay? And then I just took my paper trimmer and I trimmed this patterned one. I just took a little, like 1/8 of an inch on the 3 sides just to make it a little bit smaller. And then I glued it right here. It's okay if it's right up against this part. You don't need to trim the half circle. And then you go ahead and you take these that are, remember, they're glued at the top, and you just sort of put glue right in here, and then you're just making a little sandwich. Easier to do with 2 hands. Just like that. And then you get your little stand. It's so cute. All the directions are on the back. Right here, there's pictures on how to do it, and then there's also written directions, which is really nice. All right, let's move all these things out of the way so I don't forget. All right, and then I also added the coordinating little chipboard, and I used this little cardinal, and I colored that with a red, dark red tri-blend marker, a little yellow beak, and then just around the little mask area black, and I just glued that right there. A little gingham ribbon, so sweet, from our gingham ribbon collection. And then a little red jewel border dazzle sticker right there. And then on the back as well. This is just a really nice little spot to write your message. So yeah, very fun and easy to recreate this one. So our giveaway works like this. We love to promote our Paper Wishes YouTube channel. So if you're watching us on our webisode page, if you expand the screen, you should be able to see a little YouTube icon there. Otherwise, you can click on that and it'll take you to our YouTube channel, or you can just go to YouTube and search paperwishes.com. And then, yeah, you'll find that you can subscribe and then give this video there a thumbs up, 1 thumbs up, like, so like, comment, and subscribe. When you comment, we're going to wait about a week, and then we're going to have another person come back and comment and just say, hey, congratulations, YouTube username blank, okay? So we're going to call out one person that had commented with their specific YouTube username, and it's a good idea to hit the notification bell so you know when we're trying to contact you. And then we give you instructions on how to claim your card. And we do this every Tuesday, Wednesday, and Thursday videos. So you would need to participate that same way in each one of those videos to have a chance to win. So yeah, we would love to win send one of our viewers a card. Boy, communication is rough today. All right, so the next one, this is a 6.5 by 5 inch card, you guys. You can see here, I took the little greeting, put it on the front of the card, and then took this little cute little picture of a very jolly Santa. This one is from Christmas Past 12 by 12 patterned cardstock. So cute. He's actually right there behind all these Santas in a row. And then the patterned paper I used is this one here. It's a really pretty burgundy. And then I used these cute little gold thin line dazzle stickers, they're little borders, and I put them all around the card. Okay, so I covered my card first with solid green cardstock, then cut down this beautiful burgundy tapestry, and then I went ahead and I added these gold jewel border dazzle stickers, the little thin lines, cut out this cute little square Santa piece, and then I glued it just on the sides and across the bottom to make a little pocket. This is another one of the little cutouts with the little holly, and then on the back of the holly, I took one of those little greetings and I just cut it down. This is the gold one to fit on the back of this. Added some more of those little thin line dazzle stickers. Added a little 1/8 inch burgundy ribbon. Oh, that's the wrong one. Burgundy ribbon for the little tie at the top. And you guys, it just slips right inside, right here. This one added those little dazzle stickers, foam taped that. Used a little bit of that burgundy ribbon for just a little color there, little bow. And then these really adorable, these are actually dark red, but they went really nicely with this, these little paper flowers. Glued that right there, and then I foam taped this bit right here. So just something different you can do with these little greetings. Okay, last one, you guys. Here we go. This one's a little easel card, okay? You can just pop it right up, and then you can just put it right there, and then it stands up. So you have sort of a double greeting there. This one is really, this one's really easy to make. So this is, as I said, a 6.5 by 5 inch card. And then I cut away, I need to measure how much I cut away. I think it was 1.5 inches on each side, but let me check. Let's see, that is about 1.25 inches on each side. So this is another great one for your paper trimmer. So I would just take the card front, okay, cut 1.25 inches from this side, 1.25 inches from this side. That just leaves you this piece right here. I covered it with paper from Christmas Aglow 12 by 12 pattern cardstock. It's this really pretty rose paper. And then I used my scoreboard and I scored this remaining little strip of the card front using my scoreboard. I scored it at 2.5 inches, so just the center part of that 5-inch strip. Okay, and then covered the inside of the card with this really cute border paper with the roses. This is some beautiful metallic gold cardstock, and I used some nesting dies. So used one of them, the larger one, on the gold cardstock, a smaller one on the center part here of this really beautiful gold greeting. Just glued one over the other, embellished it with those really pretty flowers again, and then glued that to the lower part of that little scored front. And then on the inside, just cut down this greeting and then backed it with some of that gold cardstock and glued it. It's slightly smaller than this front piece right here. Glued that, and then this piece is a cutout from the paper pack. This needs to have foam tape on it so that it has something to prop up against, okay? If it was just flat, it would just close all the time. But there's just another way to add 2 greetings to your card in a different way. All right, so you guys, that's what I have for you today. Lots of ideas for using greetings. Don't forget, this is our giveaway card, so definitely participate in that. And the money saver for this collection of these fantastic Trim Me foiled insert pads are right there on the right-hand side if you're watching us on our Paper Wishes webisode page. If you're watching us over on YouTube, just look below the video in the description box and you'll see a link that'll take you here to this webisode page. Down below the video on our webisode page, you'll see full color photos of all of the projects, and then below that, all of the projects just linked individually. If you're interested in a paper pack or a ribbon set, that's where you'll find them. Thanks for joining me today, you guys, and I'll see you in the next one.